All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the season finale. Oh God. I have asked so many times for the pain to stop, for it to all be over. And now that it's over, I feel a certain sense of impending dread. Like, where do I go from here? How does it work? What am I supposed to do? How do I live without Batwoman? Well, the answer is I get my sanity back partially. But this has been one of the strangest journeys as far as YouTube I've ever been on. We're 80 some videos in, 51 episodes reviewed. This is it. This is the final episode of Batwoman. Relax, you're not done getting Batwoman content from the channel, as we have one more big video after this one, a culmination, the best of season 3. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, let's get on with the review. Shall we? We start with Marquise, pronounced Marcus because he's fucking retarded, opening up the House of Mirrors at Gotham Amusement Park. And we are going back and forth between flashbacks of a semblance of the real Joker hijacking the bus little stupid fucking Marquise was on and hitting him with the joy buzzer.
This doesn't bode well.
And we come back to the present, and he finds something hidden that he's undoubtedly going to weaponize later on in the episode. But I'm not concerned with that at the moment, and let me tell you why. I'm not concerned with anything that Black Joker is going to weaponize, because they're not going to kill any of these horrible people off, because none of them are white, except for the mass murdering psychotic killer Alice, who's the only one in this show to show any kind of character development or struggle throughout the entire run of this series, or face any kind of ramifications from all the atrocities she's committed. She has shown that she wants to get better, to be Beth Kane again, but she's consistently buried under a mountain of fuck you cave bitch from the writer's room, which still has me blocked on Twitter and has for over a year at this point.
You've got to do better.
So she goes through a transformative arc and got screwed over by the Bat team full of narcissists driven by personal motivations only, because they're all self-inserts for the writers of this show, which gives you a glimpse into the absolute depravity of the folks who pen this misandrist, racist, insane leftist bullshit that looks like a dystopian lipstick lesbian hellhole run by a combination of Lori Lightfoot and Bill de Blasio, with a matching murder rate and approach to taking on crime. So basically, fuck these assholes who write this. They're unimaginative, smooth-brained troglodytes who couldn't manage to write a coherent story if their life depended on it. Now where's my manners?
I was a little frustrated. Batwoman, that's just a car. Somebody's watching this show. That like really annoyed me. Batwoman is still doing quite well. It doesn't even look like Batwoman.
Peter, I'm really starting to question why I'm even friends with you in the first place.
Arkham is the scene, and Mary is entering to visit Alice and notices a cord running into her cell. And she finds her attempting to electrocute herself with a makeshift electroshock made out of a ratchet.
What?
Rachel Skarsten acts the shit out of this scene, like she has despite her character's lazy writing during the overall course of the show. Mary says she's found a clinic near Geneva that specializes in childhood trauma, and Alice emphatically...
No more cells.
I was like...
No more locked doors!
I told you I would help you.
Liar!
And we leave them in the cell with Alice, a sobbing mess. And Mary probably not really fucking caring that much, because she's honestly a terrible fucking person. I mean, she could keep Alice in Gotham and attempt to help her, you know, because Mary's filthy rich with limitless resources at her disposal due to the Hamilton Corporation's funds. But Mary, being the bitch she is, would rather send Alice to the other side of the earth, probably so she doesn't have to face a reminder of what a fucking great friend she's been to Alice. And I'm not discounting the fact that Alice was responsible for the death of Catherine Hamilton, Mary's mother, but the intention of the writers was to have Mary seem as sympathetic to Alice without actually being sympathetic to Alice at this point in the story, therefore giving the outward appearance of being caring and concerned to her friend without having to do any of the heavy lifting of being an actual friend. At the Squatter's Paradise, we rejoin our sitcom, Two Lesbos and a Cuck, starring Ryan, Sophie, and Luke. They're discussing how to administer the charge to Black Joker with the Joy Buzzer. Ryan is lamenting the fact, thanks to Alice, Black Joker has access to the Batcave. Mary walks in and says that they should use the Joy Buzzer on Alice because she's going to die. Of course, our three assholes lobby against her, and Mary recounts the various crimes Alice has committed against the Bat Team. And Mary tells them that her insistence on them saving Alice is her using her voice to be part of the Teamsies, which they told her she was a part of, after she became Asian Ivy and fucking killed a guy who runs an insurance company in a greenhouse, and she murdered a hunter in the woods in front of his son by impaling him on a fucking tree limb. So who's she really trying to help here? Then, they get a live message from dumb fuck Black Joke, and it's being broadcast through everybody's cell phones across Gotham. And he says,
"What's up, Gotham City? We having fun yet?"
What's up, Gotham City? We having fun yet?
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
in 5 hours, he's gonna shout Batwoman's secret identity from the rooftops.
Fuck that puto!
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I've seen every live-action variation of the Joker, and this by far is still not as offensive as Jared Leto's bastardization, yet somehow managed to be as equally offensive because it makes a mockery of everything good about the character. Now I know what you're thinking, but Etep, he's different. He's a different Joker. And the fact that you're criticizing him means that you're a gatekeeping racist. Joker is not a fucking mantle.
Son of a bitch!
Marquis, pronounced Marcus because he's fucking retarded, is just some mentally ill, entitled piece of shit who went off the rails after a series of lemony snickets and some unfortunate events.
Well,
We have a crowd shot of the curious denizens of Gotham all looking skyward, anxiously awaiting the countdown to end and for Batwoman's identity to be revealed for all to see. Our stupid Channel 8 reporter's on the scene, and let me tell you, Lesbos is packed!
This is Lesbos!
Jada walks in and questions how Black Joker got access to everything. And Luke gets set up with everything to trace the point of origin because, oh yeah, I forgot. Jada brought in all the technology that Luke needs. Why the fuck they didn't do this a couple episodes ago? Use all Jada's technology, but, you know, Jada was still arguing with Ryan, and they were having their little pissing contest about who was the stronger independent black woman who don't need no man. Jada asks where Ryan is, and all of a sudden, Luke, Mary, and Sophie all turn into stupid teenagers acting like they have done something wrong and they're trying to hide it, not wanting to explain how the lamp was broken. You understand what I'm saying? And this scene's only made more painful by the ridiculous dialogue being spewed by these three fucking morons.
Where's Ryan? That is such a good question. Where's Ryan? I believe she said she was running an errand. Did mention that errand.
I know what you did. You're a damn terrorist. All right, just get the hell out of here. I got a goddamn campaign.
They didn't want to reveal Ryan's location to Jada for good reason, and that's the fact that Ryan is sitting at Arkham with Alice, asking her why she deserves to have the Joy Buzzer used on her instead of on Black Joker. And I don't think that Jada Jet, the CEO of Strong Independent Black Woman Who Don't Need No Man Industries, would be very pleased if the serial killer's son wasn't saved over some toxic white female serial killer, albeit one that has been on an actual character arc as opposed to Joker buzzed me, now I'm bad.
Who's the asshole?
Alice asks Ryan, shouldn't you be out there enjoying your last few hours of anonymity? Ryan responds with,
I should, but I'm here doing my best friend a solid when I should be helping someone who deserves it.
AKA Black Joker because he's black. Do you understand the hypocrisy of these people being so anti-racist, especially during the Summer of Love? It's fucking hilarious. Like, the writers of this show are mostly women, and even the men that are still bitch made, and they literally break their arms jerking themselves off of how fucking much of allies there are in this stupid fucking show. And Ryan is alluding to the fact that she's contemplating using the buzzer on Alice instead of Black Joker. Alice lobbies in a roundabout way for Ryan to use the buzzer on her instead of Black Joker again, and I'm not going to bother quoting dialogue, but trust me when I say it was fucking god awful. Meanwhile, at Mary turns the close sign, Jada's team comes in with all the tech, and Jada still thinks that they're going to use the buzzer on Marcus at this point, despite the swerve going on behind the scenes, but I think they're kayfabing it, and the writing is just fucking horrible here.
Fuck me, right?
Alice says she doesn't deserve the buzzer because she's white. I mean, that she didn't say that. That's the writers imply. And tells Ryan that Marcus is going to destroy Gotham. And the Joker told little black Joker what he was going to do, his exact plan when he was on the bus, because Marcus remembers this word for word from all these years ago on the school bus. This is exactly how they wrote this. And it's going to be an acid attack on the entire city, and Black Lives Matter woman is the only one that can save him. And the Batwoman plot of revealing Batwoman's identity was only a swerve so Black Joker could throw acid bombs at them. I'm not making this up. This is the actual fucking plot. Luke figures out that Black Joker has the Bat Blimp. No. What the actual fuck? When did we get a Bat Blimp? Where is the Batcopter? Is there a Bat Plane? I mean, I have so many questions. The 51st episode, 3 seasons in, 3 fucking seasons in, and not one time, not even when the actual Batwoman was still Batwoman, have they mentioned the fucking Bat Blimp.
To the Hinden, Peter! Oh my god!
I mean, when did Batman use the Bat Blimp? When was this thing ever used? Like, has this been chilling there since Adam West? I don't know. It's so confusing and stupid.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
The plan with the Bat Blimp is that Joker's going to drop barrels of acid out of it, and we see Marcus in the blimp full of barrels with individual timers on each.
He was a retard.
Ryan enters and tells the team that Black Joker's going to rain acid bombs over Gotham. And our team of idiots wants to infiltrate the Batcave to try to find a weapon in Batman's rogues gallery that's capable of hypnotizing the entire city to get them to do what they want, which is hide. Hide from the acid bombs.
Are you fucking high?
Or should I say, they want to influence people to safety.
Because that's what heroes do.
Ryan appeals to Jada Jet, the CEO of Strong Independent Black Woman Who Don't Need No Man Industries, for help. Ryan says she needs her mommy. And now Jada's going to commit a selfless act which is totally out of character for her.
You get your bitch ass back in the kitchen and make me some pie.
Black Joker gets a call on the blimp, and he's apparently fired as CEO. And he turns on the TV, which there's a fucking TV with working cable or satellite in the blimp. Well, not cable, wouldn't be fucking cable. That means the blimp would be on a permanent tether. No, it's satellite, ladies and gentlemen. The blimp has satellite TV in it. And as we hear the report on the news saying Marquise, pronounced Marcus because he's fucking retarded, is out of CEO as Wayne, and he is going to be held responsible for his dad's death, and they replace him with Ryan of CEO, which still makes no fucking sense.
You got a 50-50 chance of winning, but I'm a genetic freak, so you got a 25% at best. Your chances of winning drastically go down.
But don't think about it, and you'll of course be fine.
What are you doing? Future shit.
So dumb fuck Black Joker shoots the TV and says,
None of you matter anymore. None of you matter anymore.
Gay! Mary and Sophie are back in the Batcave, headed for the Rogues Gallery Accessories Department, and Mary is going to try to hijack the airwaves to broadcast the transmission and warn Gotham citizens. Luke is talking to Mary, and he says he misses us to her. And Mary says, me toozies! Oh my god, because you're such a fucking idiot, Luke. You're an ineffectual bitch, just like they've done to every other black man on this show. Made him weak and stupidsies.
That's racist! That's racist! That's racist!
Sophie has retrieved the Penguin's umbrella to try and take the mind control over people, and Ryan gets ready to make her move on Black Joker and his blimp. Black Joker checks with the pilot after Luke took control remotely of the blimp, and the pilot, of course, is a white male. He follows orders. He's telling dumb fuck Black Joker he can't do anything because the blimp is being controlled remotely by someone else. So Black Joker, in a moment of absolute clarity, just fucking shoots him dead because fuck you, you white male, you're just disposable and we don't need you even though you're the fucking pilot. And then Black Joker shoots the control panel too because fuck it, why not? So the pilot, innocent of any wrongdoing, is callously murdered by Marquise, pronounced Marcus, because he's fucking retarded. And nobody cares because he's just this generic white male. this fucking piece of shit Ryan still wants to fix Marcus because he's a poor victim of white imperialism or some shitty sorry-ass excuse that overcompensates for the fact that Black Joker shouldn't be held accountable for anything he's done because he's a marginalized fucktard. Ryan hooks her grappling hook to the blimp from the roof of... Oh my god.
You wanna get nuts? Come on. Let's get nuts!
Yeah, because this is a thing she can do now. She just fucking shoots her fucking grappling hook, God knows how far up in the air, and hooks onto the blimp and makes her way up to her retarded brother to stop him from dropping acid bombs on the city, when I'm sitting here wishing that he would drop acid bombs on the city and end this fucking show. Ryan makes her way up to the blimp, and Sophie, the massive fucking whore, oh, you didn't think we forgot, did you? Sophie's a massive fucking whore. Tries to find a way to stop the explosive, and there's several tripwires, Luke says, that would cause an immediate detonation if you try to cut any of the wires, because Sophie's like, do I cut the green wire? Mary and Sophie tell Ryan the umbrella trick worked. Yeah, because they broadcast the signal over the Gotham airwaves, and everybody was watching it on their cell phones and TVs, and it was playing on screens and in bathtubs and sewer drains, and you know, we all float down here, Georgie. We all float down here. I don't know, I sound like Wheezy. So the trick worked, and everybody heads underground or to some form of shelter from the potential acid bomb attack. Now, my question is, if you're hiding in your house and an acid bomb hits your roof, it's going to blow your fucking house up. So going in your house is probably not going to be the best idea. The acid bombs would undoubtedly cause a proliferation of incalculable damage to the lesbian community in Gotham, which means we'll have to have a fundraiser, a GoFundMe, crowdfunding to build the new lesbian Gotham back better. Black Joker confronts his sister, Black Lives Matter woman, and he says he should have known she'd be involved in the plot to foil his dastardly yet unimaginative evil doings. He and Ryan start fighting, and I'm surprised she doesn't just beat the fuck out of him like she has every other time they fought. He literally poses no threat, and he tells Ryan he's not going to let her steal his mommy. That's what this is all about. He doesn't want to lose his mom. He says Jada doesn't love you, Ryan, and then she punches him repeatedly.
Give me my brother back!
And he kayfabes her and throws her out the motherfucking window. He throws her out the window after basically calling her a Jada. Black Lives Matter woman is falling from the blimp, and somehow she lassos Black Joker out and puts a parachute on him while she and him, they come down and they crash on a rooftop and they're unconscious. And Sophie is trying to reach her on the comms, and Black woman says, "You think I'm gonna die before you can buy me dinner?"
The lesbian!
The CGI in this sequence, and the sequence with the blimp, is so fucking bad. Like, do you remember this? Yeah, remember when Batwoman parachuted into Coriana, you know, Lesbian Island?
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Cuckwing flies his happy ass up to the blimp, and Sophie is asking him if there's anything he can do to stop the explosion over the city. Mary reassures Luke that he can do it, and Luke has the genius idea to hook up his helmet to the blimp to direct it outside of the city, and he knows in doing this he'll lose AI Daddy for good, because he's got to take AI Daddy out of the helmet, unplug it because it just conveniently unplugs, plug it right into the blimp because there's the same hookup there, and because this tech was made at the same time, even though we've never heard of the Bat blimp before, but whatever the fuck ever, right? Logic be damned, reason be damned, common sense, coherent plot, everything be damned. This Deus Ex Machina will help us. It'll save all the lesbians, and we won't have to deal with a hate crime. Or fuck, I don't know. It's all mental gymnastics on the part of the writers at this point. Up on the roof, we have Ryan fighting with Black Joker again, and in predictable fashion, they both go over the edge. It's a literal cliffhanger, and Ryan has a hold of Black Joker's hand as he, of course, laughs, and they hang precariously. As she loses her grip, Alice shows up and has the physical strength to fucking pull Ryan up over the ledge, because of course she does. You know, Alice weighs all of 110 pounds. I think I'm being generous. You know, that's why she's been able to just consistently, like, out-muscle 250-pound men and beat the fuck out of them with her bare hands. We go back to the flashback of Alice and Ryan sitting in the asylum, and Ryan, of course, predictably tells her, Alice, you're not the one who needs the buzzer. And Alice saves Dumb and fucking Dumber. Ryan and Black Joker, of course. And Ryan uses the fucking joy buzzer on Black Joker because why not? Why the fuck not? So we're back up on the blimp, and Cuckwing has under 60 seconds to stop these acid bombs from going off, and Sophie can't get Luke the coordinates fast enough to direct the blimp out of Gotham because she miscalculated the time, and the blimp fucking blows up. But we don't know if Cuckwing is safe. Nod and wink, because they won't kill him off because he's a black character. They'd rather have him around to further emasculate him and humiliate him.
You are one pathetic loser.
Mary, Black Lives Matter woman, and Jada are in the abortion clinic, and dumb fuck Black Joker is on the table unconscious. And Mary says they won't know if the joy buzzer worked until he wakes up. And of course he wakes up conveniently and is completely fine. We're all fine. Nothing's wrong. It was just a weapons malfunction. How are you? Alice leaves Mary a note and says she's gone. She's gone. She has one of the flyers there from the clinic in Geneva, and she's going to get treatment. We see her walking out of the sewers. Hair's brown, and she looks like Beth again.
So
now for the moment we've all waited for. Ladies and gentlemen, my butler's here. He knows what time it is. Do you know what time it is? Yes, you've waited long enough.
The lesbian!
Ryan and Sophie are in Bruce's office, and they are just fucking making out like teenagers. And of course, Cockblocks, Mary, and Cuckwing walk in with champagnes. And Ryan moves the baseball out of the case with Martha's pearls, puts her pearls back on the center where they belong. And she says, we don't have time to drink. It's time to get back to work. And they head down to the Batcave to prepare for whatever stupid trouble comes next. Which, of course, won't take long at all because it's Gotham.
The end is nigh! The end is nigh! F***ing run away! The end is nigh!
We cut to an exterior shot and we see just massive fires burning all around.
The city has advised citizens to stay away from the area.
No, I don't think I will.
And then our retarded Channel 8 reporters on the scene, and her and her cameraman are the only ones there.
As they assess the hazardous air quality caused by the Joker's acid bomb.
And they're both in like hazmat suits. Kind of look like that movie with Jennifer Carpenter. I can't remember what it was called. It must not have been that good.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
They see something walk by. They don't know what it is. And they're attacked by what looks like a zombie. And
finally,
the stupid fucking reporter just gets murdered. We leave with a scene of fire and carnage burning all around. And this third season leaves on a cliffhanger as we see the reporter's body on the ground. The inside of her mask is all bloody. And we see the zombie with a skeleton leg, like, walking away. Oh, so we leave it on a cliffhanger, and it's one that will in all likelihood never be resolved, as there are literally no plans to renew this series as of yet. Thank God. I don't know if I really mean that or not. So that's it. That's the finale, and I'm going to be perfectly honest. This is the most unsatisfying ending to a show since Models Inc. left us on a cliffhanger, where we see Mitch Pileggi pull the trigger and leaves us with the question of who got shot. These characters were absolutely terrible and had little to no redeeming qualities, nor did they make you feel anything for them except for contempt and apathy, especially Ryan Wilder.
And living in a van down by the river.
Her incarnation of Batwoman is and has been absolutely fucking trash, because she's been using the mantle of Batwoman to serve her own selfish desire to reunite her dysfunctional, fucking murderous family. So that's it. That is the finale, the end of Batwoman in all likelihood, never to be seen or heard from again in this incarnation unless they move her over to another show and give her a bit part. These characters were miserable. Ryan was an idiot. She was selfish. She was a narcissist. She never did anything to help Gotham. Everything was to serve herself. And then I love in this episode she teases, oh, now we can get to work fixing Gotham. It's like, you didn't do anything. Mary is a piece of garbage who doesn't have to be accountable for anything. None of the females in this show do. All Sophie, the massive whore, did was want to scissor. Luke was an ineffectual bitch. Black Joker was an idiot. Jada Jet was almost like a Deus Ex Machina to be there to move the plot around, and somebody for Ryan to glom onto, which was absolutely stupid and contrived. Yeah, Alice was the only one that really had a character arc of any substance. And you see how they treated her. You know, she had to suffer for the slings and arrows of injustice by all these other idiots. She paid for her sin. She wanted, you know, to do her act of contrition. But yeah, the characters overall were bad outside of Alice. Rachel Skarsten's acting in this show was one of the redeeming and saving graces. Dougray Scott was smart to dip out when he did. Who knows if we'll ever know the real truth about Ruby Rose. I think it was a combination of them being dangerous on set because one of the stunt people almost died, and then, you know, she was difficult to work with because she was just a prima donna. So I don't know. I will miss these, though. I tell you that. I will miss these. We'll do one more final ratings video, and we'll kind of put that in with the best of, which is coming up next week. The best of Batwoman season 3, and then we're gonna do an overall best of all 3 seasons compilation video for you guys out there and gals as well. But until then, that's it. We're done. I'm Queen of the Place to Be Reviews. You know what to do. It's on all of yous. Leave your comments. Slap the like button. Share the video. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Do all those YouTube things because they help us greatly. Don't just do it for me. Do it for all the other YouTube creators out there too. And one more time, for good measure, ladies and gentlemen,
The lesbian!
I'm Queen of the Place to Be Reviews. I've been here with all of yous. If I don't see ya, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow. I'll catch you on the next one. Know that I have suffered for 3 years reviewing this show for all of yous. Yeah, I'm out. If I don't see ya, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow, and I'll catch you on the next one.
I could do this all. It's better to burn out than to fail.